Kate, you know I gotta ask you about Knives Out
I've been
2.
very attracted to these lately.
What can you tell us?
You know what? Nothing.
You thought that you could control me. I don't know what you're talking about. You have to be honest with me. Why did you even want me involved with this case?
I'm so happy to be talking to you both. It's so incredible to see a female-led show that is so deliciously mysterious. Kate, I want to start with you. Your first major TV role. What about Truth Be Told made you say yes?
Well, she would be sitting next to me, but now it's more virtual. I mean, you know, it starts with Octavia, obviously, executive producer, star of Truth Be Told. And I'm just a massive fan.
Oh,
And, you know, you get to a certain point in your career where you're like, I just want to work with great people. And I either want to work on something I'm really passionate about, like little teeny things that maybe you're building. And then if something comes your way, you want it to be with people that you admire and that you trust and that you love. And so when I heard about this and I had the opportunity, I was very excited to jump on board. And then, of course, I read it, you know, and Micah's such a fun character to play.
My name is Poppy Parnell, and I will not give up until I have the truth.
So did you guys know each other before this? It sounds like you did.
No.
She just gave you quite a rave review.
Well, here's the thing. It's so funny because I've always been a fan of Kate's. I mean, when she burst on the scene, she burst on the scene and has been doing this like since she was a kid. So it's hard not to know and love her. But we just really hit it off. Chemistry is not something that you can fabricate. And I just respect her as an actress. And we had so much fun getting to know each other and really unpacking these characters together that I think, you know, it becomes a once in a lifetime thing to be on a set surrounded by people that you respect and with material that you love. And I'm really holding this very close to my heart because I feel grateful.
During a pandemic, no less. I
I
mean,
know.
you know, here we were in the center of like the height of California lockdown. And COVID numbers, and it was scary, you know, and people were, you know, everyone knowing somebody who's suffering, and it created a very tight family.
Micah, gonna do the podcast, force the police to look deeper into the case. I won't only find out what you want me to know. Air it all.
Octavia, I gotta ask if you'd welcome another person into the family of this cast. She's already an EP, Reese Witherspoon. Could we get her on a season 3? Could we do a morning show crossover, some kind of cameo for Reese?
I thought Reese was just about to pop up. I'm like, oh my God. I thought you were about to be like, and Reese. Oh,
I know. I'm like, what? Reese can come on anytime, but her plate's pretty full with morning show. And I'm a huge fan of morning show and so many of Apple's original shows. But listen, talk about, you know, people that I admire and all of the stuff that she's doing in this space to create work for women and opportunities for women. Absolutely, Reese. Come on anytime you like.
Kate, you know I gotta ask you about another casual little murder mystery you're filming.
The answer is not so simple.
Knives Out
I've been
2.
very attracted to these lately.
What can you tell us?
You know what? Nothing.
What about your character? What can you tell us about your character, or even just what it's been like to film with this incredible cast?
Nothing. All I can say is I feel very honored to be a part of it. And everybody's absolutely wonderful.
Are you the killer?
I'm the killer.
It is not a donut hole, but a smaller donut with its own hole. And our donut is not a hole at all.
Well, Kate, you seem to have brought the whole family to Greece, and your photos are incredible. That video of you and your daughter Ronnie in the ocean, I really was moved watching it. Truly, you said it. You were sending a much-needed mom hug out there to anybody. How much has she lit up your world, and what do those moments mean to you? Because it seems like she's just this little light in your family.
It's just endless. I mean, you know, she's really special. She just brought a completely different dynamic to our family. And she's just this loving, funny, she's hilarious. Oh my God. And she likes to be funny, you know, she's goofy. I think that when you get older and you've had kids, you know, I got almost 18 and 2.5, that you kind of soak in those moments a little bit a little bit more. And it's those moments that I just cherish. Well, I was in the water there. I really did. I felt like there was this sort of serene kind of womb-like safe connection that was happening. And I thought, God, if you could bottle that feeling and just give it to the world, it might be a very, very, very different place.
I love that she's funny. Do you have some future actors or actresses amongst your kids, you think, continue the family tradition?
Oh man, I hate to say yes, but I'm going to say yes, especially Ryder. And Bing is such a numbers guy, and he's got stocks. He's really into stocks. Which,
a financier. Okay.
Yeah, he loves trading stocks. That's what he wanted for his birthday. He's 10. So I was saying by the time he's 12, he'll be handling my portfolio. But
Octavia, I gotta ask you real quick. I love, when your credits come up, it's Academy Award winner, Octavia Spencer. And 10 years this year since The Help came out.
I told God I'd never speak of it again.
What makes that film still special for you? And do you keep in touch with the cast?
Absolutely, I keep in touch with the cast. I feel very fortunate that I got to work with my close friends and Tate and Brunson and Alice and Janney, and that I got to play this amazing character. Who wouldn't feel blessed? And here we are. It's come full circle 10 years later. I'm getting to work with amazing cast and with a character that I love. So I'm lucky.
There's a moment in the show where your character sees herself on a billboard, and it's kind of a moment. And I was wondering if either of you have a moment that comes to mind for when you knew, okay, I've made it. I'm here. This is big.
Oh, I've never had that moment. I don't think you ever get comfortable. You're always like, oh, I can't believe it. But I do remember a moment once, and it was the Almost Famous poster, because that was really like my face. And that was pretty cool.
And here you are getting to pick who you work with, like this woman. What about you, Octavia?
Exactly. Honey, the first time somebody paid me to act was, I knew I'd made it. And then you're like, oh, they can pay you more? So, hey, my very first paycheck as a Sandra Bullock's nurse in A Time to Kill with one line. I felt like I had made it. I had come a long way, baby. And I had further to go. So here we are.
Here we are.
Do you want to know some crazy trivia?
Yes.
I sang in the chorus of Home Alone. I sang when I was little, and they had this opening to sing in a movie, and it ended up being Home Alone. And I still will get like $1.50 residual checks from Home Alone.
That's amazing.
Like the Christmas chorus with the kids?
In the kids chorus, yeah. It was kind of wild. I got it through my chorus that I was singing with. But isn't that, I felt the same way, which I got that little check. I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh. Well, Kate, we know you have a voice. I'm ready for you to sing in a project again. In Knives Out 2? Can you give me one word for what filming is like?
Oh, this is so funny. No, there's nothing to say. There's nothing to say.